Welcome to Anmol Power BI Corner, your go-to solution for Power BI and Microsoft Fabric. Before starting the video, let me share about my new book, which is 300 Power BI Interview Questions. So the new series which we have started for the Power BI Interview series is the part of this book only. We are discussing all these 300 questions one by one. So if you want to get this book into soft copy, then do click on the link below in the description and you can get it from there. And if you want it into hard copy, then you can message me on LinkedIn. What is Power BI Desktop? So you all might know that Power BI is a data visualization tool. Whenever someone asks, we say that Power BI is a data visualization or business intelligence tool. But Power BI Desktop is not only limited to it, it can connect to various data sources. You can clean the data using it, you can transform the data using Power BI Desktop, you can create data model, you can create various kind of text measures. So all these things you can do using Power BI Desktop. Now the point comes is how to answer this question. So you can answer it in such a way that Power BI is a business intelligence tool developed by Microsoft, and Power BI Desktop is an integral part of the Power BI ecosystem, which can be used to create reports and dashboards, as well as we can use it for data cleaning purpose, we can use it for data transformation purpose, and we can also perform data modeling, as well as we can create various kind of measures using DAX language. So all these things we can do at a single place, which is known as Power BI Desktop. What are the main components of Power BI? So there is one thing which you have to keep in mind. There will be two kind of question. One is main component of Power BI and second is main component of Power BI Desktop. Both is different. We will see. Firstly, what are the main components of Power BI? So Power BI is a complete ecosystem. It includes Power BI Desktop, Power BI Service and Power BI Mobile app. Now coming to the how you can answer this question. So you can say Power BI is a business intelligence tool developed by Microsoft, and the main components of Power BI are Power BI Desktop, Power BI Services and Power BI Mobile app. Power BI Desktop is particularly used for developing the report, creating data model, performing data cleaning and data transformation. Once these all things are completed, then we can share the reports with end users or collaborate with others using Power BI Services. So basically Power BI Services is a cloud-based platform using which we can collaborate and share our work with others. Then comes the third part, which is Power BI Mobile app, which you can use to access your report anywhere, anytime. So it is just basically a handy tool which we can use to access our report. So the main component of Power BI Desktop is Power Query Editor, the data model view and report view. So basically Power BI Desktop is not just only for the reporting purpose, as we already discussed. So there are main components. So you can answer it in such a way that the main component of Power BI Desktop is firstly Power BI Desktop itself, which we can use for creating the reports. Then Power Query Editor is the second part, which is inbuilt into Power BI Desktop. So we can use that for cleaning our data or transforming our data. And the third part is the data model view. So basically we use it for performing the data modeling. We can use it for connecting various tables in the form of one-to-many relationship or many-to-many, many-to-one, these kind of relationship. So these are the main components of Power BI Desktop app. So coming to the views, so usually when you read about Power BI, then you will find out that there are three main views. But if you want to stand out in interviews by other candidates, then you have to answer about some additional information related to recent updates. So basically Power BI has now 5 views, not 3 views. The earlier 3 views are report view, data view and model view. But now with the recent update, Power BI has introduced 2 new views, which is DAX query view and TMDL view. So if you want to answer this question into your interviews, then how you can answer that? You can say Power BI Desktop has 3 main views, which is Power BI report view, which is data view and model view. But with the recent updates, there are 2 new views are available, which is TMDL view and DAX query views, which makes there are total 5 views into Power BI Desktop. Now coming to the details, the report view is used for creating various kind of visuals, various kind of pages in your report. The data view is used for exploring your tables, the data which is available within your table. We can also create text measures and calculated column using this. And then there is model view, which is used for performing data modeling. Like we can create relationships, we can create many-to-many, one-to-one, one-to-many, various kind of relationships. And then there are two new views which are recently released by Microsoft. So TMDL view, this is basically for exploring the metadata of your semantic model, and you can explore your data into form of code. And then there is DEX query view, which is for exploring your DEX measures or queries in the form of queries, and we can see the output for it. So these are the recent updates, and these are the 5 major views of Power BI Desktop. This can interviewer can also ask you in such a way that what are the sources you have used in your project, or what are the sources you have explored into Power BI Desktop. So any of this question you can answer in a similar way. So basically Power BI supports over 180 plus connectors. It can include Excel, SQL Server, SharePoint, Oracle, Web, JSON, APIs, Azure Service, and there are so many more. So you cannot have knowledge of all of these. So basically what you can say is Power BI support wide range of data sources. It can use over 180 plus data sources, which includes Excel, which includes SQL Server. We can also connect MySQL or Oracle databases. Then we can connect the data from SharePoint, SharePoint folders, SharePoint list. We can also connect data into Power BI using web or JSON file. We can connect text file also, CSV file. So there are various ways. And in my project, I have particularly worked with Excel or SharePoint. You can say whatever source you have worked on and then share more details about it. Now coming to the difference, then there are mainly two ways we can connect data. The first one is import and the other is direct query. There are other ways also. So if interviewer asks, you can say that there are other ways, like we can connect using direct link mode, we can use mixed mode, we can use composite model also, but majorly there is either an import mode or direct query mode. So what is the difference between it? So import mode, what happens is generally store data into PBIX file itself, but in the direct query mode, the queries run live on the source itself. So basically the data is stored on the source. There will be no duplicate copy will be created into your Power BI report. The data will remain stay on the source itself, but it will be reflected live. Now coming to the performance, then the performance of import mode is fast and direct query mode is usually slow. Then there is refresh. So for import mode you required refresh, but the direct query mode is, as I said, data is lively connected, so it is real time. And use case, so you can also include about the use case that if we want the speed focused report, then we can use the import mode. But if you want real time scenarios, like if you want to see data real time, then you can use direct query mode. So how you can answer this question? You can say that import stores the data into the Power BI file itself and is faster in compared to performance. On the other hand, direct query, in the direct query mode, the data remain on the source itself, but it helps us to see the live data. And the performance of the import mode report is faster than the direct query mode, and this is useful when I need real-time data. So in this way you can create your answer. This is very basic question which interviews sometimes ask, because we usually work with report, we covered so many high level questions, but this is a very basic part which we miss some time to cover. So what are the three file types which are generally available? First is the .pbix for report files. This is the common file format which we use. The next one is pbit for template files, and the third one is .pbip for project file. This is particularly for developer mode. So how you can answer this question? That Power BI Desktop mainly use the .pbix files for report. So let's say whenever we are working on any report and we save it, then by default it is saved into .pbix format. But if we use the save as button, then we get multiple options like pbit and pbip. So pbit is for template reports and pbip is for project files. So this is the way how you can answer this question. If you find this helpful, then like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.